Whittemore, it's Mrs. Ward. Today I want to show or remind some of the students that I've worked with about the game that we played called Multiplication Bump. And this game will help you practice your multiplication facts, and there's a little bit of addition facts in there too, so you can practice both at the same time. It is a game that you can play with another person, or you can just practice, you can play alone and still be getting a really good practice with your multiplication facts. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make the game board. Some of you may remember that it looks like this, and depending on whatever number is at the top, we could be practicing our 4 times table, 5, 6, 7, whichever one you want to practice. We're going to make a board today to practice our 4s. Many of you know your 2s and your 5s and your 10s. So practicing your 4s would be really great. All right, in order to do this, you're going to need a piece of paper, and we're going to fold it so that we have 16 boxes. So fold it once this way, and then again this way. Okay, so we have 4 rows so far. Okay. And we're going to fold it in half, and again. When we open it up, we should have 16 boxes. Let's see. Here we are. So we have 4 rows of 4, 4 times 4. We have 16 boxes. Now in order to make the board, I have, of course, all of the answers for the 4 times table in front of me, and you may not. So you're going to have to first figure out what some of the products are for the 4 times table. So for the ones that you know, for example, 4 times 1, you know that one. You can put that one in one of the boxes. 4 times 1 is 4. It's 4 groups of 1 or 1 group of 4. All right, so we just put that 4 right down there in one of the boxes. Then we'll move on to 4 times 2. And I am just going to go ahead and fill all of these in. 4 times 2, 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 8, 32. And we're only going to go up to 4 times 10, so we will be able to repeat a few. 4 times 9, 36. 4 times 10 is 40. If you want to go higher than that, you can, up to 4 times 11 or 4 times 12. We usually only go about to 4 times 10. So now we have some empty boxes, and we can put some other ones back in there. So I am going to pick, well, let's put another 12. 4 times 3. Maybe another 16. 4 times 4. Another 28. Maybe another 32. How about another 40? And last but not least, we'll just do another 8. Okay, so there's our game board. These are all products of 4. Okay, so if you remember, what we do once we have the board, we have 2 dice. We roll the dice, and the first thing you have to do is add the dice up. We roll them, and if you don't have dice, there's another video on how to make a spinner at home, or you can use playing cards too. Just pick out the cards that are 1 through 6, and then you can use those. All right, so if we roll the dice, I have a 3 and a 2. First you add those together, so 3 plus 2 more is going to be 5. Then you multiply 5 times 4, because we're practicing 4s. Now 5 times 4 If you don't know it, have some scrap paper near you. If you're trying to do 5 times 4, you have to think about what strategy you want to use. Do you want to use addition, 5 groups of 4, so you can do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, and that'll get you the answer if you count carefully? Or 5 times 4. Another strategy would be to use some of the multiplication facts that you already know well, like your 2's. So if I know, if I already know 4 times 2 equals 8, then I can just work on, I could add another 4 times 2 for 8, and then 4 times 1, which equals 4. And then I'll add those up. 16, 17, 19, my answer is 20. All right, once you get your answer, whichever strategy you want to use for getting your answer, once you get the answer, you take a chip and you get to cover that product that's on the board. So I covered a 20. Now the next person will roll, and they got a 6 and a 5. So we'll add those together. We get 11. Now on this board, we didn't go up that high. So we don't have that product because 11 times 4 is 44. But because we don't have 44, that person doesn't get to go. Next turn. We have a 2 and a 2 plus 1. Add those up, we get 3 times 4 is 12. So back to my turn. All right, let's see if this person can, they got another 6 times 5. We're gonna let them go again. Now they have a 5 and a 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Now this person will take a different color, and they can cover up. Let's see, we only have 124 on the board, so they're going to cover up the 24. Now if you guys remember how to play, the bump part comes if on my turn, if I were to roll a 5 and a 1, or 2 numbers that add up to 6, say I rolled a 4 and a 2, 6 times 4 is 24. What I get to do, if I want to, take my piece, and I get to bump my opponent off the board and take the 24. And the only way that somebody can't bump you is if you have 2 pieces stacked on top of each other. So for example, if on my turn I rolled the 2 and the 1 again, so I have 3 times 4, so I got 12 again. I could put my piece on the other 12 if I wanted to, or I can take the second piece and double up this 12. And now my opponent, the person I'm playing against, cannot bump that one. It's safe. You play the game until somebody runs out of pieces. We started with 10 apiece. You do need 2 different color things to cover the board. You can make little pieces of paper and put your initial on it, and those can be your pieces if you don't have coins or chips. But the first person, once somebody runs out of pieces, then you just see who has more chips on the board, and they are the winner. But what I want you to be practicing most, I want you to have fun with the game, but I want you to be practicing the multiplication facts. And remember to pick some of the strategies that we talked about when we were learning multiplication. So like I did with the 4s, if we were trying to solve 4 times 9, I can put 4 groups of 9 and add that up. And as long as you add carefully, you'll get the right answer, and that's fine, that's great. Or you can use facts that you know. So for example, if I know my 2's because I know my doubles, facts in addition, 2 times 9 is 18, plus another 2 times 9 is 18, so that's going to equal 4 times 9. And then I'll add up my 18s to get my answer of 36. Another way that some of you guys really like is to draw an array. So I have right here 4 groups of 9, and then you can count up the dots. Again, you have to be real careful if you do it that way, and we're trying to move towards doing it using other facts that you know, or memorizing some of the multiplication facts. Okay? But whatever strategy works for you, you go ahead and use that strategy as long as it's getting you to the right answer. All right, have fun with it.